Hey friends, here are 3 things I thought I needed to do when I first started working out, but I didn't really. And more importantly, what I did instead and how they can help you. The first is waking up early. So a lot of us have a vision in our brain of what we think we would need to do if we were living our ideal fitness lifestyle. But for most of us who are just getting into fitness and haven't really studied or practiced that much yet, where are we basing that off? We kind of just base it off what we hear in TVs and movies and stuff, like the Rocky training montage, or anime or superhero training montage, whatever you watch. And in that training arc, the hero usually wakes up early, before the crack of dawn, goes for a jog, eats breakfast or something. And it's not that waking up early doesn't have its benefits. In fact, I believe some research has shown some benefits to waking up early. And when I wake up early and I'm fully rested, I often have a very productive day. And if you naturally wake up early, it can be a great way to get what you need done before everyone else starts to wake up. But what I think a lot of us didn't factor in is that if we don't naturally go to bed early and we struggle to do that and wake up consistently early, then we're just consistently missing out on sleep, which is also important. It gets harder and harder to do that as you go on. As you sleep deprive yourself from days to weeks to months, usually you don't even make it to months. If you've tried to start a new fitness routine in the past and failed and lost motivation a few weeks in and you weren't sleeping well, this might be partially why. So those training montages are very cool. I get inspired by them, whether it's real life people or cartoon characters. But we only see that for a few minutes and there's some cool music playing and some cool inspirational quotes. But in real life, it should be something sustainable that we can do for months and years. But we can have the cool music playing if we want. So once again, waking up early to exercise can be great if it comes naturally to you, or you can train yourself to do it without losing sleep. But if you can't, then just exercise at the time that's convenient for you, ideally the time you feel most energized. And the second thing that I thought I needed, but didn't really, is actually jogging. Now, before I make anyone too upset, I know a lot of people love jogging. It's been very fruitful for them. It can be very relaxing and invigorating. For some people, it's a great way to start their day. And I used to run 5Ks. It was a lot of fun. But this list was about things that I thought I needed, and I used to wake up early and jog, and I didn't need to. And jogging by itself is not necessary for most fitness goals. Now, cardio is important, but there are other ways you can go about that. There are rowing machines. Some people get their cardio from heavy lifting. Others prefer to walk, which is what I often do now. And there are different types of cardio training that might be helpful for different goals. But the point is, if for some reason you really dislike jogging, you don't have to. There are other options. Now, once again, the dominance of jogging in our minds might come from the media we consume and even from real life interviews with athletes. So a lot of fighters, Olympic athletes, and once again, training montages in movies. A lot of those sports and endeavors are very endurance heavy things. We think of fighting as explosive and fast, and there's skill, of course, but you also need the endurance to carry you through a long match so you don't gas out before your opponent does. That's supposedly how some matches are won and lost, when one opponent has a crash and the other one has a power surge and just that little bit of extra energy. But most of us in day-to-day life don't need that level of endurance. And if you have joint pain, especially knee pain, or just something that's stopping you from enjoying jogging, you can always revisit it later, when you're stronger and more robust. Now, from a functionality standpoint, there might be something to having the ability to run a mile or so if you have to. Now, it doesn't have to be a world record mile or even really just running a mile, but there might be some times in our lives where we have to hurry, either to reach someone or to get out of someplace. I know some of us aren't able to run or walk, so you can disregard this if you want. And while you don't necessarily need to jog for most fitness goals, it can be helpful to train the ability in case you ever need to run. And a third thing that I realized we don't really need that I'll talk about here today is most things that people try to sell us. So a lot of people don't feel like they are as fit as they want to be. And if you ask them why they are not, from experience, a lot of them will mention time and money. And both time and money are strong advantages in many endeavors. But what I realized is I didn't need as much money as I thought in order to get fit. There are a lot of wacky and cool and innovative gadgets in the fitness industry, and you can see my unsponsored review series that I like trying them, and some of them I even use frequently. And to add on to that, I even sell fitness equipment, which I like doing, but in the same breath, I will tell you that you don't need most of those things just to get healthy, fit, and strong, especially if you're starting out. A lot of the most common tools definitely do help, especially something you can pull from, but there are usually free versions you can make, borrow, or find. One of the implicit lessons of calisthenics that I like is that we have much of what we need to get fitter and improve ourselves attached to us. You can make a lot of progress with just your body and gravity. Now, I used to say that all the time, and one example I would use is workout clothes, because a lot of what you see me film in is what I actually work out in. So the tank top, jeans, or shorts, and flip-flops, or sandals today, I usually just work out whenever I want to work out. And that works great for me, but for some people, they mention that when they put on their workout outfit, their workout shirt, and they go to the gym with their gym bag and their workout playlist, they feel motivated to work. And if that's you, by all means, go for that. If it's within your ability and it helps you stay motivated, all the power to you. Sounds great. And a special note for things like food supplements and powders. Those can be very encouraging for some people, but they can also be quite expensive. And if you're struggling and debating whether or not to get them, they're usually meant to supplement what you eat and drink, not replace them. Nowadays, I just try to eat balanced meals. I have plenty of proteins, fats, carbs. But that's actually not what I did when I started out. I somehow got in my mind that I needed to eat a lot of salad, so I ate that for a lot of meals. And salad can be tasty, but I wasn't getting all the nutrients I needed, and I was losing a little bit more weight than I needed to. So make sure you're getting your nutrients. They can help with almost every fitness goal. So that's all we have for now. If you're wondering how I'm changing the location of where I'm filming from, I'm just walking uphill from there. So to summarize, I used to wake up early to exercise. Nowadays, I exercise when it's convenient and I'm energized. I used to jog every day shortly after waking up early. Nowadays, I walk and do other forms of cardio. And I used to want to buy all this cool stuff I would see on ads, and nowadays, I still do that, but I recognize that it's not necessary for fitness and health most of the time, just for fun. And if you want, we have a free fitness routine on our website, free support from certified personal trainers, and a free beta app if you prefer mobile apps, and a book and ebook if you like books and ebooks. Have a beautiful day.